Alright, we're already back again. Uh, Today with something different. You might have seen in the background last time. Um, just easily said, this car was bought before the Safira. I was going to flip it, but it didn't turn out that way, really, because of several reasons. But yeah, it's the Astra. And as you can see, there's plenty more coming. This is the car that started my car flipping ideas. It's a 2002 Opel Astra 1.7 DTI. And here we come at my first point. Nobody really wants a diesel. Which this car sadly is. But the other most important point why this car is really quite unsellable is that this is an base model. And I do not mean that lightly. It has 0 options. Another thing, a thing that I didn't notice, is it has tremendous rust. I've done a bit of repairing here, but I have given up. The whole of the, I can see a bit of the welding here. This part of the sill was rotten, which the inspection didn't notice, oddly. They notice it when my lights are slightly off, but they do not notice when this Astra is completely rotten. Same on this side, pretty much gone. If I push too hard, I get through it. As you can see, it doesn't even hold the screws in anymore. That's wrong, but I'll, yeah. And this car has lived most of its life outside, so there's bubbling in some odd spots. I was always told that these didn't really rust because they were galvanized, the first galvanized Astra, and somehow it's still happening. On the contrary, let's go to the engine first. Yeah. The fun thing about an Astra, easy pull tab. I say easy, but it's hard without 2 hands. There we go. The 1.7 DTI. One of the most reliable engines ever put in an Astra. An evolution of the 1.7D unit from Isuzu, of course. This is also an Isuzu engine, by the way. Nothing really goes wrong with these, ever. There is, however, if you want to buy a 1.7 DTI, one thing that you need to look out for. And that is, I think right behind there, that little, yeah, that thing, that's an oil cooler, and it starts leaking. This one has also started leaking. So what that means is that oil can get into your cooling system, which is not very handy. I can tell you that much. That's not only really bad for your cooling system, it can also go in reverse. So blowing coolant into your oil and ruining your engine. But this one, as you can see, has it the other way around. So you might think it's okay. No, it doesn't cool properly anymore then. And what it also does is bloat all of these coolant lines. As you can clearly see here, this one is very bloated. It's nearly going to burst. There's another example of that. This one's still pretty okay. Here, down here, you can see this one is very squishy. It's supposed to be pretty hard, like this one or this one. That is also about to tear. That belt is very old. This car was bought new by a gentleman. He drove it to work every single day from 2002 up until 2024. And then he retired, and he used this for just going to the shops and everything. But it failed inspection on the front wishbones and the stabilizer thingies. The front suspension basically is goofed. But from the image, it has really good tires, new brakes. He did everything himself, and that's why he didn't notice the oil cooler absolutely going berserk and making this thing basically a write-off. And as I've said before, this car lived outside, so all the weather stripping is cracked. Here you can see it. It's been caulked up with some bathroom sealant. Also in the back somewhere. With the Zafira that lived inside for most of its life, this was all malleable. This is just rock hard. There are tears forming in it in several places. That's why it's better to keep your car in a garage. I also don't do it, but hey, it's just friendly advice that I give you. Let's go to the inside. What we can see here is absolutely nothing. Another point why this car won't sell. Because, of course, I would buy a diesel. I love diesels. I'm a big diesel fan. But diesels are very expensive in road tax. And if I pay a lot in road tax, I would like some options. Some comforts in the car. But this one, it does not have air conditioning. It has wind-up windows even in the front. It doesn't even have mirror adjustment, electronic mirror adjustment. It's just the knobs. This does make this car very economical. But yeah, I would like something more from a car. I would pay more if this was a 2.0 DTI with air conditioning, with cruise control maybe even. But this is just absolute base spec. Even the plastic steering wheel that goes, you can hear it. Sticky. The airbag is still nice though, because these knobs, of course, they wear out from excessive honking. Then you just have a hole here, or a tear in the middle. It happens. But yeah, Nothing really more to say about this interior. Bit unremarkable. Oh yeah, another interesting thing. This car is from February 2002. The facelift of this car came out in February of 2002. So, I do not think this man paid a lot for this car. It has 0 options. It's pre-facelift, right when the facelift came out. He mustn't have paid much for this car. He bought it new, which I find interesting. And probably didn't pay anything. I'm out of words, really. That's all I have to say about this thing. It will go. I'm gonna try and sell it first for not a lot of money. If it doesn't sell, it might go die. Sadly. But, and there's a big but there. I haven't decided on how this thing is going to end up. It might end up in the school, like the Picasso. Might end up going for scrap if I can get the right money. But I've been offered literally €1 by We Buy Any Car. The scrapyard wanted to come take it away from me for nothing. And what else was there? Another scrapyard doesn't even respond to my calls because they have too much in now. So yeah, and there isn't really a lot to sell of this car except maybe, the CD player on the CDR 500 is broken. There's literally nothing to sell on this thing. I mean, the interior, it's not been smoked in, it has no tears. But that's quite it. I'm afraid. The roof liner is sagging. I mean, it's done. I do not want to spend any more time on this thing. I tried to repair it, but it's an economic total loss. So we'll see what happens. It has been replaced. Really, I bought this as some kind of sentiment towards my second car, or my third car, or it was also an Astra G, a 1.7 TD from 1999, and I still dearly miss that thing. I have bought a replacement. It's not an Astra, but it's the same color and it has the same engine, so I'm gonna see if I like it. If I don't, I'm gonna sell it on. It has low mileage, it has one previous owner. It's a pretty nice thing. It has more options than this. So, yeah. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about this one. Those will get a review once they're running, because they're non-runners. Isn't it odd that out of the 4 French cars that I own, 2 aren't working, and those 2 are for sale or for flipping or whatever. So, yeah, when they work, they'll get their own review. This one might be gone by then. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna film another review just now that's gonna come out next week. And from that point on, we'll see. So, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.